Hi, welcome to my channel. It's Kendra. This is With Love Kendra. These are I read tarot cards and deliver intuitive messages. And those messages are delivered with love, which is the reason why my name is With Love Kendra. I just seen two when I said that. All right. So, y'all like my shirt? Real hustle, no days off. Blue hair. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Respect it. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm in a really good mood, y'all. I have been really, listen, I'm gonna light my incense. We gonna talk. As long as my phone will let me. Because most of the time I can only do like 30-minute readings. But anyway, we'll see how long this lasts. Let's get the energy cleared up in this bitch. Hold on. Let's try that again. So anyways, look, check this out. This is what I was about to say. Is I have been raising my vibration recently, like really understanding that me here, my soul, honey, I'm a sovereign being. It is my birthright, y'all. It is our birthright to be able to live a life of luxury. It is our birthright. I just seen 144. Hello, okay? It is our birthright to live life how we choose to. We deserve that, okay? We are sovereign beings, okay? So, that old stigma, that old way of thinking, that lack mindset is no longer useful to you. You need to get rid of it. It is time to get rid of it. It is not conducive to your journey, nor does it have space to share with your higher self. This thing is going right now. I am channeling, honey. You hear me? Look, Spirit's like, hey, look, tell them. You guys, we are not supposed to be in a lack mindset. Anything that you truly desire, it is already yours. If you're reading the doctrine, the Bible, if you read that, then it says in the Bible that you are a child of the Most High God. You are created in His image. You are a God. Okay? You are a sovereign being. You are the child of the Most High. Anything that you desire, you manifest from the heart space that is for your highest good. It is already given to you. It's about to be given to you. It's already yours. But you have to affirmatively believe that, know that, meditate on it, transmute it, and allow it to be in your mind. Let it live there forever. Okay? You are a divine being. You are a sovereign being, dear. Okay? You don't need to be having no lack mindset. Just knock my water over. All right. I hope it ain't spilling. Okay. Little ash dropped. All right. So, anyways, I just had to say that. I have been telling a couple people that today, and I have been really tapping into that energy myself. Is really understanding and telling myself over and over and over and over and over again. I've been listening to different frequencies of music. I have been drilling it in my head over and over and over and over and over. You are a divine sovereign being. Okay? You are a soul having. This is the matrix, baby. this motherfucker been glitching around here. If you tapped in, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That old way of thinking, the spells that we've been speaking over ourselves with one day I'm going to be I really want to become I'm gonna do this one day. All of that verbiage that we use is a spell. You know why? Because your mind, you say things, when you say certain things, you got to understand your brain. It operates on a frequency, electromagnetic currencies, if you will, right? I don't know a whole bunch about neurology like that, but I mean, I've taken psychology and just from different things, watching different shows like Grey's Anatomy and stuff. You see, you know, the brain has electrical synapses. Okay, so therefore, you are literally feeding your mind, your brain, different thoughts in which your brain processes and believes. You're an energetic being. If you tell yourself over and if I tell you, if I say I'm 33 years old, when I'm in actuality say I was 35. I'm 33 by the way, but if I was 35 and I tell you all the time I'm 33, like it's like you believe in your lie. You'll start believing the things that you say, the things that you tell yourself. You are good enough. You are worthy enough. You are supposed to be loved. You're not supposed to be manipulated. You're not supposed to be messed with. Like, if you know, like if you're in the streets, you hood, you got street cred, you got whatever, and a person needs to respect you that way, listen, you gonna make sure you move a certain kind of way to be respected too, correct? You ain't gonna just off the top and be like, oh yeah, motherfuckers need to respect me. No. You move in a certain way to be respected as well, correct? You ain't out here clowning doing the most. You gonna get your block knocked off doing. I mean, allegedly. I'm just saying. Yeah, in the movies, that's how it go down. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying. You need to operate at the frequency of what you are trying to become because you are that. You're just in the process. You're on your journey of getting to where you want to be. So you need to believe it and know it right now. You need to declare and affirm that you are a millionaire. Duh. You are successful. Your business is successful. You are rich. You are abundant. You are prosperous. You're not blessed. That's being less than. No, baby, watch your language. There's power in words, okay? All right, so now that I've said that, let's get into some tarot messages, okay? Tarot messages. I'm just gonna go with my Moonology Oracle deck, okay? So let's go into this Moonology Oracle deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for my powerful collective? For the powerful collective, because you're not mine, you're your own being. You don't belong to me at all. We are all our own individual beings. All right, so what messages do you have for the powerful collective that are watching me? What messages do you have for the powerful collective? Ooh, my head just started itching. Okay. Now the other side itching in the same exact spot. What messages do you have for the powerful collective of the hour? What is the messages here for the collective? The powerful collective. What messages do you have for the powerful collective, Spirit? Please and thank you. What messages do you have for the powerful collective? Okay. We have here, I like this, a few of them actually, guys. Okay. Every time I start doing tarot, I always get freaking me congested and nose be itching, head be itching. Okay, surrender to the divine. It is not the first card that came out, but let me tell you what kind of tarot reader I am. The way I read tarot is I like to order my cards in the way I feel they're guided to deliver the message. So that's how I do. Okay. You know what? Oop, oop. Surrender. What did I say? Surrender to the divine. Okay. That was the first one. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. It says adjustments are required. Okay. Then we hit third quarter moon. Hold your vision. Then we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay. Full moon in Pisces. Maybe you're a Pisces or you're dealing with a Pisces, you know. Be bold and make the first move. And then expect powerful change. This card to me just look like boom. Boom. I'm hearing a whole new world. You feel me? Look. Okay. Off top, I already know. Surrendering to the divine. Surrendering to oneness. You are a divine being. So you need to surrender to your journey. You need to surrender. It's not about surrendering to God. It's surrendering to the God within yourself. To your higher self. To trusting your journey and knowing that your highest self, your divine being inside of oneself, the one who is guiding you to be enlightened, you need to surrender to the journey, okay? So that you can start trusting your intuition to guide you, all right? Adjustments required means that you need to make adjustments to trust your intuition, okay? And everybody's on a different place, in a different place with their spiritual journey. Some are just beginning, some are actually fully in a first awakening stage. Some of us, some of us are just, we're all in different places, right? You could be having the spiritual getting, oh my goodness. Oh, that just came out of nowhere. It surprised the best out of me. It was like the smoke was like, and it's just so weird how like strong it was in my face. Anyway, it surprised the best out of me. But you can be having like a spiritual ascension symptoms where your third eye is trying to open and you're having headaches, or maybe you've already seen, meditated and opened your third eye. Everybody's just in different places. Maybe you're, coming out of Christianity or different religious beliefs and looking to get into spirituality and just trying to figure out like, how it all balances out and what's the difference between Jesus and what, wherever you are, right? Okay. So, and then holding your vision. So holding your vision here is the next card. And that basically means like wherever you see yourself. Like if you say, I'm gonna have a successful business, I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm going to buy my mother a house, I'm going to, take care of my family for the rest of my life, or I desire to live life on my terms for the rest of my life. Whatever it is that you choose, your path that you're choosing, granted, it may take you a different way, a different route, because sometimes, a lot of times, like, we don't necessarily know what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander, right? And basically what that means is like what's good for you, like what's good for everybody else may not be good for you. So like, say, like, for instance, you're like, oh, one day I want to be like for instance, I use myself as an example. Like, I wanted to be an actress when I was younger. Well, I don't want to be in Hollywood because they do a lot of weird sadistic things. That's just my personal opinion, okay? But allegedly. Allegedly. I don't know. But uh my speaker just turned off by itself. It's a power off. I don't know where. It's funny. But anyway, so I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not being an actress and trying to be like in Hollywood, but I have my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I have a platform on social media. So it's like I'm still being able to showcase talents or whatever you want to call it, right? Um but yeah, so it's like, even though like you're thinking like, I want to go do this, you know, I really want to be an engineer, or I really want to, you know, be a chef or whatever, and like it turns out like you end up like owning a whole company that like does, it's still like within the relative field, it just turns out being something totally different, right? Because you just never know where your journey's going to take you. And it's also about like trusting the process, because I mean, as you're like on your, like, I never really, I wanted a YouTube channel, but I never thought like I'd be on my YouTube channel talking to you guys about spirituality and reading tarot. I thought like I would be, I don't know, doing like a lash tutorial, or talking about like my workspace for my, you know, facials and waxing and brows or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like trusting the journey, because wherever you're trying to get to, you will get there, but the results are going to be the end result is going to be different. And you also need to be able to manifest. You have to detach from the end result. So anything that you truly desire, you just have to say, you know what, it's going to happen. And that goes back to having those positive affirmations and saying, you know, I'll be like, my business is going to be successful one day. And or not, my business will be successful one day, but my business is successful. My business is successful. I do have a successful business. Um you never know like what that success is going to look like, right? So like, of course I wanted to have a successful business, but my business is also like expanding in other ways, you know what I mean? So it's like not being attached to the outcome of how it's going to happen, but just trusting and having the faith that it is going to happen. And like, you just keep pushing through. And of course, things they're like, there gonna be times where shit is hard as hell. Like, you're not gonna always gonna be happy. You're not gonna be like, oh my god, I'm gonna say about the affirmation today. Like, you're gonna go through hermit mode. Okay, you don't know what hermit mode is in spirituality. We talk about hermit mode, or in the tarot community. Let me show you what a hermit card is. Hermit mode is like, where the hell is the hermit card? Because I feel like I'm missing some cards. Full. Alright. Oh, hermit. Let me take my hand off of it. The hermit card is when you have to go within. Like, so there'll be like weeks where you don't feel like yourself. Where you're like, you don't feel tapped into your spirituality. You're like, bro, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, you're engaging with, like, when you're on your spiritual journey, like, you like block everybody out, right? Like, you live totally differently, right? Like, you're constantly like, okay, I need to meditate. You're like looking at other spiritual posts, talking to spiritual people. You might watch tarot. Like, I watched the shit out of tarot. Like, I just felt so connected to the tarot community when I was going through my spiritual awakening. Like, that was like I didn't have nobody to talk to about it. So like, watching tarot over and over again was just kind of like it was like something, a way for me to relate to my spirituality. So like, I would watch different tarot readers and just different things, and even if the messages were sometimes like a lot of them were the same, it was still a comfort to be in the presence of somebody who was like in the process of where I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, on their spiritual journey, and just listening to people. And then like YouTube, you know, because that's where I watch tarot at, is YouTube. And so then YouTube will put like different things on your feed, of course. And so then, you know, I started watching people like Queen Poe, and I got to hear about how, like, you know, her what her spirituality is, like, some people are into hoodoo, voodoo. You have people who are, just there's all different types of spirituality. Some people who believe in Wicca, you know what I mean? So they practice like witchcraft. I mean, it's all like super relative though, right? Because even in Christianity, I know people, it like makes people be like, what? But I mean, in Christianity, they practice, they have their like the thing, like the where you eat the bread of life, just the bread of the body of Christ, and you drink his blood. Do this in the remembrance of me. You say something, and it's a ritual. Every time you say, do this in remembrance of Jesus. Oh, eat his flesh, drink his blood. Why are we eating the flesh and the blood of Jesus? They already killed the man. Now we eat the... Anyway. So I mean, just people have different things. You know what I mean? People... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had a thought, and it was just like, Jesus is kind of like a marauder. We ain't gonna go into that, but maybe another time. But anyway, so yeah, back to where I was, because I just got to sit up here talking and stuff. But yeah, so, and then balance spirituality and practicality, back to the moonology. And that's what I was saying about, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in hermit mode, you will literally be balancing out the two. You'll be balancing out the two on your spiritual journey. Because you'll, like, be still a part of this world, like dealing with your friends that are not, maybe not on a spiritual journey, your family, your mom, your dad, whomever, brother, sister, cousin, whatever. You'll still be dealing with people who are not on a spiritual journey. And so while you're in the process of on your spiritual journey, and you'll have your days where you be like, man, I ain't meditate today, I ain't talk to my ancestors today, like my spirit guides. And when you like really tap the fucking, like, spirit talks to you in all kind of ways, like songs. It could just be a message, like an email. You could get an email. You know how a lot of times we get like a lot of junk or spam mail? Sometimes it could be something that you'll have a thought in the way that the email was worded. Look at it. You see the same repeated numbers over and over again. Google them motherfuckers. You see a message and and you're like, dang, I was just thinking about that. Trust it. That is your intuition. Those are your guides. That's source, the Most High, communicating with us. Trust that. Okay? You're not going crazy, bro. You're not, some people are low vibrational and they're just caught up in the things that they've been told in the programming of their minds. You wanting to break out of that box, that's a good thing. You should question things. Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, why would the Most High God be like this God? I just seen the number 2323. Why would, the Most High God like be mad for you questioning? Oh man, come on now. You don't think he'll give you this beautiful brain? Give you this beautiful brain, give you these beautiful ideas and all of this stuff, and not want to push pause and question it. Like, you can question the past choices that you made, but you shouldn't question God. You shouldn't question the people that are in authority on the planet. Like, no, bro, it don't work like that. Like, trust your intuition. Question it. If something feel off, more than likely it is. Okay. All right. Next we have is be bold and make the first move. So yeah, when you're manifesting, you do have to just step out on faith. You have to trust whatever it is that you're trying to do and just do it. Even if you fail, like, you won't know until you try. And then, once you start, even if things don't come together, they'll fall together. Is what I wanted to say, is that they'll fall together, and just just trust, okay? And even when it look ugly and it's not pretty, trust me, I know. You know how many times I've cried my eyes out when it came to my business, and I just want to be able to do this, and I just want to be able to do that. I want to be able to. It is so hard, so hard. I trust me, baby. If you ain't crying, you and God ain't beefing. If you and God ain't beefing, you ain't doing it right. Period. Period. Because then that means that it is time for you to challenge yourself. It's time for you to come out of that thinking that you're in. So God is like, this is like how your higher self God move, right? So like when you're like in hermit mode, you're like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a little angry a little bit, got a little anxiety. You want to smack them all. But you're really trying to chill because you're like, I'm trying to work on my namaste, nigga. Namaste. Listen, that's when all of a sudden, like, your mind will shift. Like, you'll have a thought and it'll like, everything shifts. Like, you'll start to understand why you were like in that space. You'll understand why things had to go like that to get you to another level. Like it'll be like, it'll click. And you'll be like, I'm the smartest mother. I'm smarter than all them. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll feel so good. Like it just keeps happening. And that's how you know you're ascending. Because it's going to happen again and again and again. But let me tell you this. When you start ascending consciously, and your thinking becomes different, you can't do the same shit you used to. You just cannot. For one, it'll either lower your vibration and you'll go back to hanging around people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. When you are consciously thinking and living, you have to do your best to stay in that space. Okay? It's not always easy. But I mean, like, you have your spiritual community. Like, you have your team. I'm here. You can email me. Whatever. We can talk. You're more likely I'll just give you my number. We can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yes, expect powerful change, guys. Please expect powerful change, collective. We are the shift is happening, and a lot of people are awakening, and a lot of people are shifting. So trust it. I'm gonna pull a little bit before my phone be like, it's over. So I got my work your light by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see. Spirit, what up? Beautiful messages do you have for the collective before they get up out of here? Star seed. I'm a star seed. You know what a star seed is? Look it up. Start looking stuff up too when you're on the spiritual journey. Look up everything that people see. The things you see on TikTok, things you see on Instagram. Look it up. Like that's how you'll be able to really understand like the universe. The universe is a mirror. The universe is a mirror. What you put out is what you get in return. It says who or what is triggering you. That is how, and see, that's that hermit. Okay? You got to consciously overcome things. Consciously overcome things, okay? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? All right? And that was the surrender to the divine is what I just pulled. Surrender to the divine, okay? And keepers of the earth. And when I was channeling, I was talking to y'all about how we are the gods, like we are the sovereigns. I was thinking the meek shall inherit the earth. I just see 29. So keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So when you're on this spiritual journey, you will feel alone. You will definitely feel alone. You'll feel like, The only people that get this is the tarot community or just a few people on my Facebook page, the people in the group. Like, you will feel lonely, but it's because it is up to you to be on this enlightened one, to seek one's enlightenment for yourself. It is a journey of self. It is a journey of self. It's between you, your spirit guides, and the Most High God, okay? You need to tap in. She got her crystals. She got a wand. Manifesting, okay? This is the full card. You see how all these things are coming together. It's like the universe. Things are aligning. Spirit is forming, okay? Trust your journey. Trust this process of your awakening, and or it's your ascension, wherever you are in your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I really greatly appreciate it. For you watching me or for you listening to me, because it's just me, right? But again, I am very appreciative. Thank you so much. Please do like it if you want to. Subscribe. I appreciate that. If you want to come back and watch me talk about spiritual things, share it. If you feel like you want to share it with a friend, you got somebody you know that's also going down this path, do share. All right, we are in this together, y'all. And namaste. Don't slap nobody today. Okay. Peace. Stay abundant. Love you.